Stary trzepie. Witam, witam. Stary trzepie. Witam, witam. Medal of Honor wjeżdża. Na pełnej. Na pełnej. Mówię. Medal of Honor wjeżdża. Na pełnej. Na pełnej. Mówię. Się gramy. Legia Warszawa to najlepszy klub, to nie wierzy.
EA Games.
Every day. Normalnie. Tego jeszcze nie grali, nie? Jakoś chyba pierwsze szkolenia, nie wiem czy przyszedłem. Ta gra jest taka stara, że Medal of Honor jest taki stary, że idź w cholerę. Oczywiście, że jeden gracz. No, mamy jakieś zapisy? O, start. Będzie teraz ciszę, będzie bitewka, napije jeszcze ogień. No, te stare gierki też są fajne. Stare gierki to są kozaki. Medala się dawno nie grało. Medal of Honor, zaraz rozpoczynamy. Stare mleko daje. Wow, po polskiemu czy nie po polskiemu? Chyba po polskiemu.
That's just fine with me! Yeah! No way anybody's still alive on that joint!
Wouldn't count on that if I was you! Any of you new guys feel like throwing up? Word of advice! Do it now!
3 week wonders. That's what we called the new guys. That's all the training they got, and it wasn't enough. They usually didn't last very long. No matter how much training you got or how strong you are, when you strap up and step on a battlefield for the first time, it changes you forever. Terror was just another strip of sand out in the middle of nowhere, but for many of us, it would be the last thing we ever saw.
Tommy! I'll see you on the beach!
I zawsze mnie tu zadupcali. Tam te lata, tam grafika. spettacolare. Questo cosa?
Maggot, puke, worm, and scumbag. Just a few of the names I was given by my beloved drill instructor in the summer of 1941. Before then, my biggest problem was delivering groceries and not breaking the eggs. Now every time I turn around, some crazy Jap's trying to gut me. I remember asking the recruitment officer, "What's the deal with you guys?" I swear to God, he looked right through me and he said, "Deal? We're Marines, son, and we deal in lead." Next thing I knew, I was on a train for San Diego, soldiering for the Corps, boot camp.
You'll see behind me that we have some beat-up jalopies. Today, we're gonna blast the living hell out of them. Private Conlon here is gonna get things started. Private! Now get your butt back up here, Private! Good work, Private Conlon. You may just yet make PFC. Let's move over to the grenade station. All right, pick up a couple grenades. Don't worry, ladies. These are training grenades. You think I would trust you with a real grenade? No! Pull the pin and let them fly. See if you can hit some of those barrels out there. Very well, pond scum. Some of you could do better, but it'll do.
You don't need those anymore, Private.
Now here we have my personal favorite, the M1919A4 30 caliber machine gun. I want two men. One is practicing slaughter and reloader, the other will fire the weapon. Okay,
Spot for you. Save my cup of tea.
all right,
boys in
pond
jerseys
scum.
can see it
Let's have some more. You may notice we have a fine piece of kraut craftsmanship on the mortar range. Well, you maggots are the first to get a crack at busting that Jerry cab into scrap. The first recruit who gets his mortar set up and hits that truck will win my never-ending incredulous surprise. Well done, Private Conlon. Your heavy weapons proficiency has been duly noted. Now, except maybe for Minoso here, I most seriously doubt any of you will ever be in charge of anything but your own sorry-ass existence. However, there will be times when lives depend on one of you maggots making the right call in the field. I expect each of you to rise to such an occasion. Sullivan, there is a Marine bleeding to death in the open. You cannot reach him without support. Let me hear your call for suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire!
Minoso, you're one aggressive son of a bitch. I bet you'll be charging headlong into hell for the Corps. Let me hear you tell these pansies to move up with you.
Move up!
Outstanding. Gaines, You, on the other hand, strike me as someone who'll turn tail and piss himself at the sight of an advancing enemy. Am I right?
No, Drill Sergeant!
Well, ain't that a shame? If the combat situation dictates, you may need to do just that. You are heavily outnumbered, Private, so you better tell your squad mates to fall back.
Fall back!
Good. I don't care if you're sucking face with Rita Hayworth herself. You hear a Marine call out, you best respond. Private Conlon, you are being fired upon. Your squad is out of position. You need to get your fire team back into formation. So let's hear you rally these boys.
Marines, rally up!
Good. Let's go. All right, men. That's enough for today. Good work out there. But oh my God, Gaines! You've just been shot! Hit the deck! I said hit the deck! Now, there's two things to do if and when you are hit by an enemy in combat. Number one, apply pressure to the wound. Next, if you can, call for a corpsman. If you're lucky, one will be around somewhere nearby. Private Sullivan, I understand you have a medical background.
Yes, Sergeant!
Well, lucky us. Make your way over there a bit and play doc for us. Conlon, you take Private Gaines over to doc to get him patched up, and then hightail it back over here ASAP.
Careful where you squeeze me there, Tommy. Hey, thanks for the ride, Tommy.
Well done, Private Conlon, but you've just been shot as well. Hit the deck. Apply pressure to that wound, Private, or we will lose you. Now, call on that corpsman so we can get you patched up and back into action. All right, men. Good work today. I do believe that with a little more work, you may have a fighting chance. Let's get scrubbed up for mass. Move out!
Restructuring of positions within the military senior staff. More on this as information becomes available. This
For more than 2 centuries, the United States Marine Corps has fought for freedom. But their infamy, their legend, was forged during the hell of World War II. Triumph cannot exist without hardship, and the price of victory is paid in the blood of men. Faith, courage, and sacrifice paved their road, and that long journey began in the early hours of December 7th, 1941.
This is your first time in Hawaii, huh? Well, you can't beat the scenery. Looking good, Mary.
Hi, Bobby.
You could pick a worse place to spend your time, let me tell you. Chief McAfee escorting Private Thomas Conlon.
Yes, sir. Private Conlon. You're clear to proceed. Welcome to Pearl.
That's the officer's quarters back there, but you and I work for a living, so that's probably the last time you'll see the place. Anyway, that big building up there is Paquette Hall, enlisted quarters. Hell, those guys even have a swimming pool. Rough going, let me tell you. That's Admiral Kimmel's place, SINCPAC headquarters. He can come across a little stiff, but he's on the level. Hell, I guess I wouldn't relax much either in his shoes. Chief of the Pacific and all, or what's left of it anyway. They send a couple more Hitler's way every week now. Rest of the area is mostly the submarine base. Yeah, those bubbleheads kind of keep to themselves, you know? It's being cooped up like that all the time. Makes them a little crazy. That big one's the dive tower, where they practice rescue. When you get in trouble in a sub, there ain't much anybody can do. Fish, food, city. Say, hey, Joe, Yankees call you up yet?
I think they're having a hard time finding me, Chief.
I got a PT skipper who's gonna give you a ride over. But you pulled a Cherry assignment. Arizona just got an overhaul in 31. Yeah, she's a good ship. Look at these bums loafing off up here. Good thing the war's in the other ocean. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Absolutely not, sir. Just going over the latest specs with the men, sir.
You guys ready to get this foot slugger over to the AZ?
Sure thing, sir. What the hell?
Sheesh. Damn Army guys. Somebody's gonna catch hell for buzzing HQ like that.
That ain't Army. Look at the meatballs on the wings.
Jabs! Get to the docks, move! We gotta get to the PT boats!
He's flooding! Conlon, get in there and see if anyone's alive! I'm gonna try and get the rest of these guys out!